How to Fix a Lonely Vampire. Written and illustrated by Lucy Stuteley. Dear marvellous you, I hope you enjoy the story of Dracula Tarquin Bob VII. I dedicate this book to Nellie and Margot. Always remember you are full of sparkling magic. Once again, welcome to my house. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring. Bram Stoker's Dracula. How to Fix a Lonely Vampire. Written and illustrated by Lucy Stuteley. Dracula Tarquin Bob VII awoke on the hour of the 11th. He spent his time wandering the ancient castle halls, where dusty old paintings line the walls. These were all portraits of vampires past.
Hello.
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 Hello, you. Hey, man.
Of which he was the very last. The limp figure sank into the armchair by the fire. He felt so sad, but he was not a crier. His porcelain skin flickered from grey to white as he put on his slippers and basked in the dim light. Switching from bat form to vampire and back to bat, he slipped even further from where he sat. Deciding to take his sad mind off things and looking for a distraction from what the future may bring, Dracula turned on the telly and tried to relax. And there it was. He had been given the facts. Do something proactive with your life today. The telly had confirmed an idea he'd kept at bay. He leapt from his chair and wobbled a bit. For triumph had hit him. He was too excited to sit.
Yeah.
Why did I not think of this before? He said as he let out a raspy roar. I'll change my life and break from routine, then maybe my smile will have a twinkly sheen. Pacing the grand hall in his thinking cape, stirring the dust up in his wake, he thought and he thought till his head did ache. His plans began with an early start that nearly stopped his non-beating heart. He went for a run to the villagers' dismay. And stopped for a coffee in the local cafe. When he walked in, he gave everyone a fright. People are scared of me, and this is not right. He moped his way home, disguised as a bat. When he got back, he tried a new look in top, tails, and cravat. Eventually, Dracula sighed and took off his hat. He looked out of the window at the village glow below and hung his head, then started to crow. My friends, this simply will not do. I need to appear less scary to you. How to show he meant no harm and wow the villagers with his natural charm. Although proud of his family tree, he had had enough of the rumours running free. You see, vampires were said to slink around in the dark and swoop over towns with teeth like a shark. The fear was that their bites were venomous and sharp, but his false fangs were as soft as his sweet-natured heart.
Aww.
I must show them that I am caring and kind. I must show them who I am, so love I may find. He knew the creatures did fear his bite, so instead he practiced his hugs late into the night. The next morning, when the alarm went off, he put on his yellow gloves and started to cough. A man's house is his castle, and mine's a mess. All this dust and dirt, it causes distress. He hoovered and polished from bottom to top, even singing as he danced with the bucket and mop. He flew around the kitchen with the pots and pans. Experimenting with recipes, he became a tasting Batman. When the chores were done, he settled in front of his new fairy lights. He wrote invites to the villagers promising no frights. He inked the same message on many a scroll and posted it first thing with the local post troll. The last thing he did was go to the attic. He came down with a grin that was positively ecstatic. He'd brought down a box labelled decorations. This action had seemingly washed away his frustrations. Dracula Tarquin Bob the 7th got dressed on the hour of the 11th.
Wow!
He unlocked the doors and hung the welcome sign. In the distance, he saw the villagers begin the hill's incline.
Woo!
They stepped into his home with curiosity. Hello! All bearing gifts to show their generosity. The castle doors opened to a light so dazzling and bright.
Whoa!
As his clean castle sparkled, not a cobweb in sight.
Welcome to my castle.
He greeted them with drinks.
Cheers!
And a well-practiced embrace. He shared canapes around with finesse and grace. When all sat at the table, he clicked off the lights. The decorations shimmered as the candles burned bright. The lights came on and the villagers all clapped. He had laid the table and used the lights to distract. They dined on vegetarian home-cooked food and laughed in between each morsel they chewed. Until Dracula stood up and gently clinked his glass with a nail. Ready to make a toast, he breathed out an excited exhale. My friends, my home is your home. Please do come and visit more. And tonight let us chat and feast galore. That night, Dracula and the villagers showed they cared, as bonds were made and stories shared. He took a second to soak in the sight of a room full of laughter, love and light. Dracula was not lonely or sad anymore, for he had made friends to cherish and adore. He'd broken down the barriers and let them all in. Overwhelmed with joy, he gave a huge twinkly grin. The end. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for more. View the blog on www.lucystuteley.com. Follow on Instagram at Lucy Stuteley Designs. Follow on Facebook, Lucy Stuteley Designs. Good night. Sleep well. Come and see us again soon.
Goodbye.
Copyright 2023, Lucy Stuteley.